Welcome to Catholic News World.
Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta, the founder of the Missionaries of Charity, a short biography. Agnes Gonja-Boyadjiu was born in Skopje, Macedonia, on August 26, 1910. The Boyadjiu family was of Albanian descent. When she turned 18, she entered the Sisters of Loreto of Ireland. She took the name Teresa after Saint Teresa of Lisieux. She taught in a missionary school in India until 1948. While traveling through India, she felt God calling her to serve the poorest of the poor. She received permission to leave her order and began to help the poor with volunteers. In 1950, she was given permission from the Vatican to start the order the Missionaries of Charity. In 1979, Mother Teresa received the Nobel Peace Prize for her tireless work for the poor. Her order rapidly spread around the world to care for the poor, sick and marginalized in over 120 countries. She spoke of this ministry in her own words: "I once picked up a woman from a garbage dump and she was burning with fever. She was in her last days and her only lament was, 'My son did this to me.' I begged her, 'You must forgive your son.' In a moment of madness, when he was not himself, he did a thing he regrets. Be a mother to him. Forgive him.' It took me a long time to make her say, 'I forgive my son.' Just before she died in my arms, she was able to say that with a real forgiveness. She was not concerned that she was dying. The breaking of the heart was that her son did not want her. This is something you and I can understand." Mother Teresa was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Mother died in 1997 when her order had 610 institutions in 123 countries worldwide. She was beatified by Pope John Paul II in 2003. Her 100th birthday was celebrated around the world by many with special tributes. India has created a stamp with her image. Mother Teresa was canonized as a saint by Pope Francis on September 5, 2016 at the Vatican.
Some hearts transcends all borders and all narrow nationalistic considerations. Some people, some very few people, are in the truest sense citizens of the world. Mother Teresa is, and we love her so much we asked her to accept our tribute, and she graciously accepted. And I will now read the citation. "Most of us talk about kindness and compassion, but Mother Teresa, the saint of the gutters, lives it. As a teenager, she went to India to teach young girls. In time, Mother Teresa began to work among the poor and the dying of Calcutta. Her order of the Missionaries of Charity has spread throughout the world, serving the poorest of the poor. Mother Teresa is a heroine of our times, and to the many honors she has received, including the Nobel Peace Prize, we add with deep affection and endless respect the Presidential Medal of Freedom."
Prayer for you, that you may grow in holiness through this tender love for the poorest of the poor. But this love begins at home, in your own family, and it begins by praying together. For prayer gives a clean heart, and a clean heart can see God. And if you see God in each other, you will have love, peace, joy together. And works of love are works of peace, and love begins at home. So my sisters, brothers, and fathers, we are going, and all our poor people, thousands and thousands and thousands of people that we deal with, I bring their gratitude to you, and keep the joy of loving. Love them, begin in your own family first, and that love will penetrate right through the furthest place where no one has ever been. There's that tenderness and love of Christ. And remember that whatever you do to the least, you do it to him, Jesus said. You did it to me. What a wonderful opportunity for each one of us to be 24 hours with Jesus.
Please subscribe to Catholic News World's YouTube channel. Thanks and God bless.